Emery Adams was born to an abusive mom and an alcoholic dad. Her father left her when she was just a little girl. She had to live with her mom because the father was an alcoholic and couldn't handle the abuse that the mom would do. Emery's mom hated her daughter because her husband left her and she feels it's the daughter's fault, and didn't help that Emery is a spitting image of her father, so it only brings her mom more anger. So her angry mother used Emery as a punching bag. When Emery was a child, she would call 911. However, those calls have fallen on deaf ears. As a result, she began to think that children are worthless and no one listens. So she started to hate herself internally as a result, and had huge disdain for children in general. One day, when Emery was 17 years old, she called CPS and they finally heard her cry. After all the bruises, scars, and burn marks on her body from her mother's abuse, CPS arrives at her house and has chat with the mother, in which throws a fit, telling them they can't take her child. But it is standard procedures when a child under the age of 18 has marks and bruises on her. As she grew up, she triggered her magical powers of shadow magic, and her ability is to essentially fall into the shadows, fall invisible in a dark ghost form, which has a weakness slash side effect of every time she uses a magical power, she slowly loses her sanity and becomes psychotic. She had been using this power since she was a kid to escape the abuse of her mom. Some days she's grown to have psychotic tendencies. Emery makes her money by being a kleptomaniac. She loves to steal from people. It gives her a thrill. Since she was a kid and she's never been caught. Edward Kane was born into a wealthy family. He was raised by a butler and maid. His parents were never home. His dad worked as a scientist, and his mom was a shaman healer who uses potions to heal people. The butler would put him down all the time, said he was worthless and would never amount to anything. As he began to rebel and feel anger as a kid, that is when he triggered his magical abilities of being able to bend fire and create fire out of nothing. His weakness is a doozy. He is more susceptible to fire. He would act out by starting fires, and one day he lit the wrong thing on fire. Cops were called, and he was now on probation. But his parents didn't want a delinquent child, so they told him he had to go. No child of theirs would behave that way. As he got older, the children of the town would throw stones at him, as he is an outcast. So he has extreme scornfulness for children, even his own. All his life, he was raised to get into a career of politicians. He didn't want their votes, though. He could care less. He wants everyone to know who he is and hate him. He yells and bickers at those that come his way. Emery was in her late 30s and Edward was in his 40s. They met at a black market bookstall in the magic realm. They decided they would go for a drink for their date. One night, they were so drunk that they woohooed in the closet, and Maleficent was born. During those years, Maleficent was tortured by her parents for various reasons. Dad was more verbally abusive one, always putting her down, where her mom was more hands-on, using her as a punching bag. The parents never told a soul that they had a child, so Maleficent was held captive in the basement where she was raised, wasn't allowed to go to school. She was forced to do homely chores such as cooking and cleaning. So as you can imagine, she grew up hating to cook and clean. Maleficent is a good person. She always knew this. She swore she was adopted. Since Maleficent was being raised in a dungeon, she would talk to herself as she had no one else to talk to. Hence, her being erratic. Maleficent would spend her time in the basement, and one day triggered her magical ability when she turned 17. A white orb of spark would come of her. Maleficent knows, based on little books that her parents did bring home, that she has white magical powers. Maleficent's magical ability is triggered by her selflessness. Her ability is a blinding white light, with a secret ability she hasn't yet realized. Her weakness is having low self-esteem, and unfortunately her power hasn't reached full potential to be able to defend herself from her parents. Maleficent's power is essentially useless until this Oktoberfest of the century, because this year is when the moon gives off the most energy, making her more powerful than her parents. The one night that there was a full moon, during this time all spellcasters' power are more powerful. especially Maleficent. Emery had come home from a victim's house in which she stole money from, and her dad, Edward, had come home from the store where he was getting more groceries and household materials such as trash bags and shovels, as they have a lot of leaf piles in the backyard as it's fall. Maleficent heard footsteps, and since there's no sense of time, Maleficent screams for help. They have an all-out battle in the basement at night, so it's like fireworks in the neighborhood. Since there is a lot of experiments that go wrong in this neighborhood, no one thought twice of the lights. There was one moment where it all froze in time. The whole area is white as snow. You can't see your own hand in front of you. And once it died down, it was all quiet again. She then triggered her hidden ability when she absorbed the parents' powers, both fire and shadow, making her all-knowing, both good and evil. Once she realized that she had done, she ran quickly upstairs, grabbed the household items needed to set her parents on fire. She knew what she was doing, and she knew that using her father's fire magic would do to her, so she decided to use traditional means. The whole house engulfed in flames, burning everything it touched. Her white magic power protected her. The shadow magic made her invisible, and her fire magic helped her walk through the flames untouched. Her parents' ghosts were banished to the underworld. Little did she know, when she exited the house that night, there was a witness who was walking along the streets who called the police, and now she's wanted for murder. She then made her way to a coven named the Halliwells. She heard about it first, but she was scared. However, they welcomed her with open arms and protected her like family. They knew about her past as she explained it to them, while bawling in tears. So they had paid to give her a new identity, knowing what she had endured. So she chose the name Bonnie over her birth name Maleficent. She wanted to be named after the leader of the coven who protected her. Then she wanted to honor her coven and chose the last name of Halliwell. They taught her the change appearance spell, so she came from being blonde-haired, green-eyed witch to a brunette with blue eyes. Once she graduated the coven, she became a witch of all being. She was then sent on her way to Strangerville, knowing that she is still wanted in Glimmerbrook for her parents' murder. Once she arrives in Strangerville, she picked an empty lot with only a tent and $1,000 in her pocket. She heard about the troubles of Strangerville, but she is no stranger to the strange, evil things that are happening. So she would take on a mystery all while being a part of another one. That is the story of Bonnie Halliwell and how she came to be. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Kimmy if you're new here. If you just seen the intro to this video, you will understand the backstory to Bonnie Halliwell. I wanted you guys to see the backstory, and yes, the story I wrote. I would like to give a shout out to two people. One, I would like to give a shout out to Alex, and he helped me create the storyline. And also to give a shout out to Tyra for the suggestion of using screenshots to give you guys a little backstory with pictures. And I'm sorry in advance if that was a long intro. So with that being said, we will continue and start the actual Strangerville mystery. I also will be linking the link to my watpad in the description below so you guys can read the story with the pictures as it goes through in order. Episode 2 will probably be chapter 2 if we get there. So, just keep an eye out. If you guys like this, I will give you another backstory for chapter 2. Right now, we're just going to go to sleep because it's so late. Alright, so we have woken up and now we are going to go to this Curio Shop to use this money that we got to get some things that we might need. I say we get at least 10 spy bug stuff. I want to get, let's see, maybe a couple of these books just so she has something to do. I want to get her a lava lamp, and the closest one I can get is this $100 one, and the stories of the thing, and a couple books. Go there, and then now we're going to go across the street to the bar. You're gonna say she spent the night at her house. She's going to the bar to get some chips and whatnot to eat. If she spent too much time at home, she would raise some eyebrows. So she wants to make sure she blends in by, you know, coming to the bar, meeting people, and all this stuff. So now she's going to go order some chips and eat up some food. Chatting with the locals just to see how things are. And now she's going to chat about Strangerville. It's like, I heard you guys got problems, and she said you should check out the secret lab. I hear there's strange things going on there. You should be able to sneak in through the back gate. A local bar is known to have military personnel winding down after a long day on the base. So let's go chat with the military. The secret lab of the crater to town is off limits to civilians. Under no circumstances should you go there. Well, now you say it like that, now we have to go there. You know what I mean? It's like, does anyone else feel that if someone tells you can't do something, it makes you want to do it more? It's so weird. But let's go and we have to go compile and gather evidence pieces. So I guess we are going to go. What the heck? It already completed this. Alright, well, we had to go buy a curio from the Curio Shop. Examine a sealed door at a secret lab, which I did. Which apparently I did. And talk about Strangerville with 5 Sims. So now we have to gather some evidence. I will redo that so you guys can see, because for some reason it glitched out already. So we're gonna go to the secret lab and I'll show you guys. Here is the secret lab. This is the back gate, apparently. So you go in and you can examine the door. Alright. Now she's done examining the door. And it says the door is locked. Looks like it requires a key card. Someone around town might have a way to get one before leaving. Poke around the secret lab to gather more information. So let's check out her little notebook here. Find a key card to open the secret lab door. Congratulations. Like, we don't know that. Anyway. So now we just gotta gather evidence. 15 pieces of evidence, which sounds simple, but it really isn't. So we're just gonna click all these little red little notebook things to get evidence. If I had a programming skill, I could hack evidence, but I don't have programming, so we're just gonna deal with just, you know, finding the evidence around town. So she's finding herself evidence. Once these are all done, we'll figure it out. Looks like it only got some out of those, and we looked through a lot of stuff already. So far, we found a partially redacted report, a ClanSign dongle, and a glitch hologram readout. We found another partially redacted report, an aerial surveillance photo, an infrared microfilm, and a glitch hologram report. So we went through everything, I think. So we're going to take a picture of this bizarre fruit. Alright. And that's apparently another thing to add in our inventory for some stuff. Now we're going to go back to the bar and go mingle with the people with the stuff that you found. We're going to go make friends with one of them. Maybe find a scientist to work with. So let's see who we can find. Let's go just chat up Strangerville for a little bit. With this person, Dylan. She's like, look, is there a way to find out what is going on at the base I've seen? I know it's top secret military personnel only allowed here, but I was told through a scientist that I should go there to figure out what's wrong. He said, I heard that someone's been poking around the secret lab. As long as they don't get a key card to the lower floor, things won't get out of hand. So, he knows that someone's been there. So now, I'm gonna get a photo with him, just so I can get that friendship up. If I can do it, it'd be great. And then we take a picture with him. Okay, so apparently it's ignore the pose, but it's a mod thing that overrides the picture frame, so it does that. So just ignore that. I'm probably gonna take it out for a while because it's just messing up the storyline. But oh well. So we'll do that. And we'll do it once more. Apparently it wants to be weird. That's weird. Let's try this again. It won't let me take a selfie for some reason, but it's fine. It's whatever. Alright, so now we're gonna go back to the Strangerville investigation and request evidence. I shouldn't be giving you this, but here. He gave me a piece of evidence. Gave me a partially redacted thing. I've been told that if anyone asks for evidence, I should report them, but I'm starting to think the public should hear about what's going on. Thank you. So now we are going to go take care of our needs before we do anything crazy. Can you not talk to them? Go to the bathroom? Great. Alright, now she's using the bathroom. Let's see if we can find anyone. Particularly, I want to find a scientist. So far, all I see is military personnel. So maybe I can get friendly with one of them. Oh gosh, we got rough housing and courage for our nap stuff. Yikes. We're instructed to keep quiet about all information regarding the secret lab. I just can't share that information with anyone. Military rank warrant officer level 5 or above can get a key card to restricted area. Just use the computer to requisition a key card and they'll mail you one. I've heard civilians are finding them too, though. Oh, so if I was in the military, I could get it. That's pretty handy. Let's do a friendly introduction to this one. And let's try to chat with this dude. You can get a key card to the basement if you get enough evidence that strange stuff is going on. And she's like, oh, really? Let's see. She finds Justin to be interesting, and he finds her to be responsible. Nothing on William, Lacey, or none of them, so that's crazy. Alright. Let's get some more freeze chips. You know what? Might even get something more filling. We'll get currywurst. What is that, though? Ew, that looks disgusting. Alright. Sir, you look a little shady. I'm just letting you know. How are you in the military when you're not dressed like them? Notice that, right? Guys, I'm not the only one that look at this. He looks really shady. Compared to the rest of them. Alright, can we eat, please? Thank you. Alright, so we got some stuff for today. Compile a secret dossier and open a sealed door at the lab. So we need to compile this into evidence, but I'm not sure if I can get any more today or not. Maybe I can try to find somebody we can chat with. Let's try this really shady looking person. Oh, he's leaving. Never mind. Find someone else we're not friends with here. Let's try Hugh. Give him a friendly introduction. And then Zachary. Also friendly introduction. And then we could ask his career. He is a sergeant minor at Strangerville's national base. Whoopsie. We can talk about Strangerville. And they have a sentiment. She finds him interesting. So I keep getting that I should do a bunch of that go into the military career to get things, but I'm trying to find someone that I can get friendly with and maybe get it done. Let's see. Higher relationship. Maybe I should get a relationship with everyone. If someone got enough evidence, they can use it to get a key card to open level 4. Hope that doesn't happen though. Well, now I gotta make it happen. Take a photo with. Let's take a photo with Manuel. Like they met at a bar. That's, oh, you can't see because the dude's in the way. Great. Hey, it works regardless, so. All that matters to me is take a photo with Manuel. Maybe we get a better picture, because that picture was horrible. Okay, let's do it this right here. Reset. Reset. Just so we can make this work. There you go, that's more of normal pictures. Pause. Now maybe she can like talk to him and ask about Strangerville, get some more evidence for this stuff. Let's see, Emmanuel and her. Heh! She finds him sophisticated and he finds her weird. But I can kind of understand. She's asking some weird questions. I shouldn't give you this, but here. Awesome. Now let's go and take some photos with. I don't even do the work anymore. Okay, take a photo with that dude. And they're taking pictures together now. Beautiful. Can she ask him now? Because she can ask him now. I'm gonna do so. Because I don't want to take another one. He gave her one. I need 3 more. Let's see who else I can ask. We asked Emmanuel. We asked Justin. Let's ask Hugh. Wow. That's a terrible angle, but okay. So, where'd he go? There we go. Here, let's ask him for some stuff. Oi! Hastily strong note. Alright. Now we need another person to do pictures with. There's another person here. He is a sergeant minor at the base as well. Let's see here. We find him interesting. We can get a key card, of course. I'm trying to, but it's being really weird. Alright, so it looks like everyone went home, so I think it's also best that she goes home as well. So we were going to head home today. Whatever, we'll go to sleep then. I will come back when she's done. Now she's up, she can go use the bathroom. Alright, now we need to go and we're going to go probably head over to... Let me just sell these, we don't need them. We're getting somewhere in life. What is there anything in here that I can read that might tell us something? I'm hoping there's something that tells us in this book what we can do. I will come back when she's done. Alright, so I'm back and she read the book but we got nothing out of it. So I assume that there's nothing that can be done. So I don't know. Right now she is really stinky and very hungry, so we're gonna go visit the bar again. So we'll go here and go wash our hands and brush our teeth a billion times, and then we can order some let's order some french fries. Sure. Also, whose drink is this? I didn't know we drink that too. Whose plate is this? French fries. Okay, we'll give her fries. Just steal someone's drink, sure. What is they even drinking? Ting and Tang. Don't worry about them, just eat. Good grief, this girl alone is gonna die because she doesn't like to listen. Free drink and pay for a meal, so I think I have to win in her thing. Who's here? Holly, Tinka. No one of you. But then once you get done that, I need to take a photo with someone. Let's do Zachary. Oh, he left out the road apparently. All that work for that. Now we're friends with Zachary. Now we can ask for some help. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I just need to find one more person to take a photo with. Let's do Lacey. Okay, let's try someone else. Ooh, there's someone over here messed up. Let's go to Lacey. See where she's at. Apparently she's at the bar. She has on pink eyebrows. Look at that girl go. You go, girl. You do you. If you want to do pink eyebrows and white ass hair, go ahead. And then Alien Night. That's great. And she gave it to me. Yay. Okay, so compile a secret dossier. So we collected enough stuff, so we did that. I saw these. And compile. Beautiful. And then what? Okay, so the dossier can be used to request a key card. I bet scientists, military personnel, or the Curio Shop would be very interested in seeing this. Maybe I could talk to this one about it. He's already here, and I don't feel like doing all the extra work, so. She may look. I really need to get a key card to get into the secret lab and all that. I have proof that it really needs something to be done, and she comes back with, look, I really shouldn't be doing this, but you seem like you can help with this terrible situation. Take this key card, and this will give you access to all the doors in secret lab. Just be careful. No one has been seen going down there since we sealed the doors. So good to know. And now we just gotta open the door. So what I'm gonna do now is, I think this is open. Oh yeah, they're not. You can't get anything yet. We're gonna go to the secret lab and open the secret door, and then that is where we will end today's episode. Alright, so we opened it up, and then we'll go into this little hallway and see what happens. Alright. Oh, Jesus. The spores are too toxic to pass without protection. Question about spores around town to see if there's a way to protect yourself. And when you're possessed, the mother calls and I must respond. Oh, Lord. Anywho, now, and every time you're possessed, apparently it fills your needs for a little bit, so that's great. Oh, great. Nurture this plant, and we can nurture this plant. I want to nurture the plants so that way you can get eggs from them. Not eggs, fruit from them. Alright, so now we are going to go collect spore and assemble a hazmat suit. So, with that being said, that is how we are going to end this episode, which is her going downstairs and getting all spored up. We're gonna go home. It says, the bloom begins. Leaving the secret lab, you can't help but notice that the sky has shifted to an eerie color. Something has happened in Strangerville, and not for the better. Opening that secret door must have released some kind of toxin in the air. You will need to find a way to protect yourself from the toxin, spores, and secret lab. Try talking to people around town to see if they know anything that might help. And with that being said, this is the end of the episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think about Bonnie's backstory? And what do you think about her being a witch of all beings with both white magical powers, shadow magic, and fire magic abilities? I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Remember that I'll put a link in the description for the actual story written down on paper, so to speak, on watpad with the screenshots included as well, in case you didn't want to see the beginning of the episode. Just remember that Wednesdays will be when this series takes place at 2:30 Central Time, 2:30 p.m. Central Time. So it'll take place of the old series we had there after the 100 Baby Challenge. Also remember that this one counts for this week. So I will see you guys next Wednesday, not this Wednesday. Bye.